Hello to all my lovely subscribers. Welcome to Vietnam. I'm here in Ha Long Bay. It's absolutely beautiful, so I thought I'd do my introduction to the mid-month for March here. Couldn't pick a better spot. It's absolutely gorgeous, as you can see in the background as we move along. Actually, I think the boat's stationary now. But this is to thank all my wonderful subscribers that have also liked my channel, are watching and hopefully getting some guidance on their journey through listening to what my guides bring through for you each month. And some of it resonates, hopefully all of it resonates, but as it, it helps you, and I love connecting with you. I love doing the monthly readings for all the zodiac signs, and it's been absolutely wonderful to connect to everyone that's come through and asked for one-on-one personal readings. That's been fantastic. It's been really lovely to connect to all you wonderful people and put a face to all my subscribers. I'd also like to thank the fabulous response I got to my offer of a free question answered to my subscribers, and for all those people that went to my Facebook page and followed the instructions and sent their question through to the email that was specifically created for that offer. I am working through them, so please be patient. I am working through them as much as I can and as quickly as I can for you. I know you're all waiting to get the answers to your question, and I am systematically getting through them. So please be patient. It will happen as I work my way through it. I've got to say, the response that I've had to this YouTube channel has been absolutely overwhelming. I'm absolutely humbled by it, and my guides, thank you. When I give my readings, I do read the tarot, but I do get messages from my guides that come through for each of you in each of the zodiac signs. So it's been fabulous connecting with you. Thank you so much for your support. It's absolutely meant a lot to me, and your comments. I love reading them. I do read them. I do read them, and they really help me along to motivate me. Not that I need motivation, but help me prepare for the next month. So thank you for that. Thank you for your support. Enjoy Ha Long Bay in Vietnam. It's absolutely a wonderful destination to come to for a holiday. So if you're ever thinking of where to go, Vietnam is absolutely fabulous. So namaste to all of you, and thank you for your support. Hello Pisces, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. Just checking in with you to see how your month has been progressing. This is going to be looking at the last 2 weeks of March to see what energies are coming in for you, and what energies you can best use for your projects or what's coming up ahead for you. This is a general reading, so don't forget to listen to your rising sign and your moon sign as well for further information. Also, if you'd like to book a private reading, just follow the link below and you can book a one-on-one reading with me, which will be more significant to you. So let's get started. It's an interesting spread you've got for the last 2 weeks of March, and I will show you this because it's just amazing. I mean, have a look at that. These are facing me. Okay, so upright position, you've got the King of Cups. Then in reverse, you've got the Queen of Wands. And in reverse, you've got the Lord, which is the Emperor. And then the last card, you've got the King of Wands. So, you've got a really powerful spread here. I've never seen this before, where you've got the kings, the queens, and the emperor as well, which signifies a really strong, determined energy coming in around you for the last 2 weeks of March. It's like you're going to, it's going to be hurrah. I feel like things are turning around and things are really going to start having a movement or a flow. It's about you really understanding what direction you're wanting to go in, really honoring the self. And it's not about you, this feeling of I'm selfish or I feel guilty. Go and bury those in the backyard, because it's about really appreciating, having respect for you, for the self, doing for you what you very willingly, graciously do for other people. So bring some of that into you and honor you and look after yourself and make decisions that are going to work for you, which is what really is going to be very, very important in the last 2 weeks. So the first card you've got here is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups can signify male or female. It's in the upright position. So it's about you sitting there and reaching a point where you're sitting there and really looking at what's ahead of you, what's going on around you, who have you got in your life, where's your life heading, what do you want, what don't you want. But you're in a real position of confidence here. So I really like that. You're feeling really confident and really strong about what you're wanting. What you're wanting to get rid of, what you're wanting to bring in. You've sort of done the work. So the more work you've done in the first 2 weeks, obviously the more you're going to reap with the energy that's coming. Okay, so it is all a balance, a scale. How much work have you done? How much clearing have you done? How much space have you in yourself to make those changes and bring those changes in? Because you're in a really good place mid-March. You're in a very, very good place in mid-March. The next card you've got here is the Queen of Wands, and again, male or female. And I feel like this is the energy that is around you, that is coming in around you. And in reverse, I'm feeling like for some of you, you're going to have a period of, oh my goodness, there's going to be a bit of self-doubt. Can I do this? Have I got it in me to make these changes? What am I going to do if I cut these people out of my life? What then? Do I need them? Is there a codependency? Questions you're needing to ask yourself. A little bit of doubt is going to start creeping in here. Okay, a little bit of doubt is going to start creeping in for some of you. For some of you, it's about really looking at it, not going gung-ho and just sort of, throw the baby out with the bathwater, but really looking at what it is that's coming in. What are you doing? Is it a good place? Is it, are your creative energies flowing? Are you getting the most out of this period of time in March that can be extremely beneficial for you? What I want to say to you is, how confident are you? I want to turn this like this, because this is who you are. This is who you need to be. You need to be standing equally as strongly as this person that you started off with in the middle of March, and really be confident about your passions, about what you're wanting to pursue. If there's any doubt, release it, move it on, let it go. Find out where it's coming from in your past that has undermined your sense of confidence, and get rid of it. It's not necessarily what you're bringing into the future. Do you want to bring it in the future? No. You want to be confident. You want to be creative. You want to have all these wonderful ideas and drive and passion to keep pushing through them. So if anything's coming into your environment that is planting these seeds of self-doubt, then really look at them very clearly and understand that they may not be yours. For some of you, it's going to be jealousy coming from other people. Where do you think you're going? Tall poppy syndrome. Come back down where you were. I'm used to you being there for me. But it's now time for you to be there for you. So be confident in the new ideas that you have, in the changes you want to bring in, and the changes you want to make. Be confident with that. Your next card is the Lord, which is the Emperor in the traditional tarot. And again, really strong, really determined, really capable, really independent. In reverse, to me, for some of you, is that little bit of doubt sneaking in, that little bit of doubt there to undermine what you want to do, what ideas you have, what ambitions you have, what drive you have. And those little things that are sneaking in could be comments that people are making. That could be triggered by a bit of jealousy, could be triggered by self-interest because they want to keep you where you've always been. It doesn't serve them to have you being independent and really finding out who you are. So let's turn this around, because that's totally in your power. Okay, that's totally something that you can do. Okay, look at that self-doubt and use that as a tool to drive you, to inspire you, to make you more determined to move on. Because there is a lot of strength behind you. There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of capability. There's a lot of things that you've learned in the past that you can take with you moving forward. You're really, really strong. And this last 2 weeks of March is going to set you up for the rest of your wonderful year, because it's going to be a very good year for you. So look at what's causing you to doubt yourself a little bit. I don't feel like it's huge. I just feel like there's these little seeds that if you aren't careful will take root. And you need to pull them out before they do that, and get back to that confident self that you are. So great energy. The last card, which will see you out of March and into April, is the King of Wands, partnering the Queen of Wands. Okay, and I feel like, for some of you, this could be people in your life, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's the energy that is around you. It's the planetary alignments, the energy that's coming through the sign of Pisces to really give you that strength, You know, the King of Wands is also confident, creative, but with the strength to push through these ideas, to manifest these ideas, to instigate them, to start them off. Having that strength, where you've got this, feminine energy, you've got the masculine. So if you want yin and yang, you've got, masculine and feminine in a balance, so that you can bring through these ideas, bring them through to fruition, start seeing results. So, it's an excellent energy that you've got here. So, again, what a great lineup you've got. What a fabulous lineup you've got here. It's one of great strength, great determination. Don't mess with me. I'm really going to forge ahead with this. I'm really going to move it ahead. I'm really going to get the results that I'm after. It's redefining of you. It's just finding your power, your strength, your determination, not going with the flow of what other people want you to do, but setting your own flow, getting in your own boat and flowing down that current to where you want to go. That's what the last 2 weeks of March are going to be for you. So whatever changes you're wanting to bring in, whatever new things you're wanting to bring into your life, Pisces, I wish you well, and stay determined and stay strong. Draw on this strength, this energy that's around you, because it's absolutely fantastic. It's a time to set up and get results, new ideas that you've got, new things that you want to come in. Absolutely excellent. So, happy last 2 weeks of March, and may the luck and prosperity and strength that's around you help you on your journey. Hello Aries, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. So let's see how you're faring with the month of March. This will be for the last 2 weeks of March, and see what energies are there to help you through and introduce you into April, and also your birthday month. End of March is also your birthday week. So it's overlapping. This is a general reading for you, Aries. Also listen to your rising sign, moon sign and sun sign to get more detail and depth. If you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one reading specific to you, please follow the link below to my website, and you can book a reading with me for that purpose. So let's see what's happening with you in the month of March. I will show you, it's a small layout, so it's not my usual big monthly layout. So I will show you the cards that I have put out for you. Okay, can you see that? There is some in reverse, but I read both reverse and upright because there's messages in both. So let's have a look at what the month holds for you as we go through this. So the first card you have, my lovely Aries, is the Six of Pentacles. And to me, it's in reverse. So it's two sort of meanings that I'm being told here, for this card. It's, money's coming in for you, but, it's also going out. There's people that are waiting for money to come to them, that you're needing to give them. Could be payment, could be whatever it is. There's also money going out. There is, I feel like for some of you, a reluctance about doing that, about money's coming in, and there's this for you a relief of money coming in, but there's also people waiting for that, to receive that, to have that flow, money going out to them. And for some of you, I feel like there is a reluctance there. There is a reluctance to move that money on, but that needs to happen. For some of you, it's in the upright position, and it is about a project or something that you've been working towards that is now starting to pay off, is coming to fruition, that you're finally starting to see money coming in to a point where you can actually retain some, you can save some, you can keep some. It's also a reminder for you, having this card in your spread. It's a reminder to also thank the people that have helped you get there. And it can be in the form of a payment, it can be in the form of a gift, it can be in the form of just acknowledging them, so that there needs to be this return of energy, this exchange of energy in some form or another for some of you. But I do feel like from mid-March you're going to start seeing results. You're going to start seeing results for your efforts. And there's a little bit of relief, I've got to say, coming with that as well. There is some relief for you. Okay, and that flows through to the next card, which is, I'll do it upright. Okay, which is the five of wands. The Five of Wands is challenges, but it's sort of playful. They're not big challenges, but there have been people there to support you. They're hurdles that you've had to jump. There's small situations that have come up, or situations that have come up, but you haven't had to deal with them on your own. You have had support, and there's been a camaraderie that's formed over this, a camaraderie in the help that you've received, that from others. And it's acknowledging that, because see the chicken here eating the seeds, it's rewarding. There's been good things that have come from it. It has nourished, it has fed, it has fed your creative juices, it's fed your desire to progress, it's fed the friendships, and it's cemented them and made them stronger. So they're little seeds that have been planted that will grow, that are it's feeding the chicken, helping the chicken to grow, helping it to be healthy. And so that's that situation with friendships around you. And it's a little bit like, following from this, where I said, don't forget to acknowledge the people that have helped you get to where you are, on a personal level, on a career level, on a business level, on, whatever it is, whatever challenges you've had to face, you have had support. And so it's always good to, acknowledge those people in the last 2 weeks of March. See, the people that are around you. You've also got the Prince of Swords, and the Prince of Swords is, you're also having, seeing starting to reap the rewards of the changes you've brought into place, the challenges that you've faced. It's also now time, you will feel in the last week of March, this real urge to forge forward. You're ready to go forward, you're ready to take on the challenges, you're ready to promote those new ideas, to work at it, to make the changes in your life and make it successful, make it work. You have the courage and the strength because you've been supported. Okay, so there's a real story flowing here. You've had that support from friends. You know it's there. So that gives you the courage to move forward, to make further changes, to bring things, more things into your life, to turn around and face these things, to make those changes. For some of you, it's going to be in a job. For some of you, it's a business, and for some of you, it's in your personal life. But you're now starting to see the benefits of. Or the reasons why you've had to go through what you've gone through in the past. And it's positive. It's this inner strength that you have, that you'll feel, this drive to make change, to move forward with courage. You're just going to have, it's as if someone's pushing you. It's really, really fantastic. It's really fantastic. And by the last week of March, you're going to feel like, you're balancing two things, two jobs. You might be moving from one job to another, and there's this balance of, finishing off one and starting another. New ideas in business. There's balancing your work and business and a relationship, having that balance. So there's a balancing of, for some of you, of a situation around you. For others of you, I feel like you're balancing, you're juggling a relationship, keeping it buoyant, making it, you're the one that's doing all the balancing. You're the one that's keeping this together. You're the one that, don't drop the balls, because, it really, you're feeling the burden of this relationship that's around you. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a work environment. It can be a family member. But it is a relationship. And for some of you, you're just, balancing things. For some of you, it's balancing family members and keeping the peace. You're sort of the one that's in the middle. So by the last week of March, there is going to be something that you're juggling, something that you're balancing, trying to keep it afloat, trying to keep the peace, trying to balance two jobs, two ideas. For some of you, it's balancing finances. Balancing finances, money going out, money coming in. Let's balance it all out. So it's going to be different for different Arians, but nonetheless, it's going to be, the last week of March is going to be a little bit of a balancing feat. Okay, you can do it. You're managing it, I don't see that it's something that is going to be out of your control, that you're not going to be able to do. You are going to be able to manage it, and a lot of it comes from this strength that is coming through for you. Fighting for the rights of others, new learning, new situations, this force, this strength that's coming through helps you balance these two situations. So new learning, it could be a new job that you're balancing, learning something, learning new skills, and working, it's going to be different things for different people, but great energy that's coming through here. A real realization of who's helped you, and money's starting to lighten up, and you've got this new drive to move forward to your birthday month, which is absolutely fantastic. So hope that helps you, Aries, and I'll see you next month. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. I hope you're travelling well in the beginning of March. Let's see what is in store for the last 2 weeks. We'll just add a little bit more information for you. This is a general reading, Taurus, so if you would like a personalised reading, please follow my link below, and you can book a one-on-one reading, which is going to be far more specific to you and your needs and where you're at. Don't forget to listen to your rising sign and your moon sign as well, to get a little bit more depth in what's being delivered, and they may resonate for you much more some months than others. So let's have a look. I will show you the spread because it's a small spread this time. It's not my big monthly spread. Okay, so you've got an interesting collection of cards. They're quite good. You've got the Queen of Wands, the World, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords here. So let's explore that a little bit with a little bit more depth. Okay, so the first card you've got, which is, you know, mid-March, remember, so it's from mid-March to the last, you know, the last 2 weeks of March, is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is, I feel like it represents the energy that's around you, okay? It can be male or female. The energy that's around you, the energy that you're working with. It's about having creative ideas. It's about having inspiration. It's about having some sort of insight as to where you're moving through. And I feel like it's planning for the year ahead, planning for 2018. What goals are you setting yourself? It's really asking you to have a look at that, and you're doing that with confidence. It's like, yeah, I know what direction I'm going in. I know what I want. I know what changes I want to make. It's about your creative energy. It's about finding the passion in what you're doing. Some of you are going to be changing line of work or changing the way you do business, and what's, you know, how you're earning your income, you know, what you're doing. For some of you, this is you know, this passion that's coming in is a new relationship, for some of you, I want to say it's reinventing or reestablishing that connection in a relationship that you're already in. So, but it's about, you know, this passion, this fire in your belly, this, you know, I mean, here you've got the fire in the background, you know, it's about igniting that fire. It's about igniting that fire, knowing what path you're heading on, what you're doing, where you're going. You're going to get those inspirations mid-March. So any synchronicities that happen, anything that you read, anything passing, you know, some stranger might say something that resonates with you. You might get some information, you might have a dream, you know, take note of the way the messages are coming through for you, because it is about, from mid-March on, about changes that are going to come into your life. The next card you've got is the World, which is an absolutely fantastic card. It's about, you know, if you have the courage to make these changes, if you have the courage to reignite this passion, and it could be something that you're already doing, but you're looking at it in a different way. It's about, the possibilities are limitless. The possibilities are limitless. The possibilities and opportunities that are going to come your way are limitless. So we set our own limits. And so are you going to set limits and put boundaries on what's being presented to you? That's totally up to you. That's free will. That's why we're here. We have free will. We can make our choices. If you're open to it and really are going to embrace those changes, embrace what's being brought to you, then the sky is the limit. You know, you can just make really exciting changes in your life that will reignite that passion. You know, I want to say to you too, those of you that have been bored, have boredom, you know, are feeling bored, are feeling stuck, are feeling in a rut, then embrace change, see where you can make the changes, because the energy is with you to make these changes, to help you along, to push you along in ideas that you've got. There's great opportunities, because, you know, the following card is the Fool. You know, I mean, wow, look at these cards. The Fool is really about having the courage to change something that you're doing. Make changes to something that you're doing, not necessarily knowing where that's going to lead to, but it's having the courage to do it because it will lead to new opportunities, new things in your life. You don't need to bring a lot of baggage from your past. Leave that behind, travel lightly, and go into these new beginnings. Have the courage to do it rather than be too fearful of the change. Embrace it, even though you don't know what lies ahead. Take that risk. Because it's a calculated risk with the universe behind you. Pretty good, isn't it, really? The universe is there. The universe is behind you. Okay, so your final card is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords to me is, and this is what I was saying, you know, with these changes coming in, don't get yourself in a rut. Don't get yourself so paralyzed with fear that you can't make a decision. That's what that is. That's what this is. It was in the reverse. And so it is about, you know, don't create that situation. It's not necessary. Even though you're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. There's an old saying for you: feel the fear and do it anyway, because otherwise you're going to create your own prison of being stuck in the same old patterns, the same old things. To bring in the change, there has to be courage to move forward and take those risks, and know that you always move from one situation to a better situation, because you've got the cards behind you that are supporting you. And you know, there's one more card that, you know, in the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about celebrations. So clearly by April there is going to be cause for celebration. These changes have come in, and you're going to start realizing that they are going to really work for you and are beneficial for you, which is really exciting. So, you know, there are exciting times here. Don't forget that mid-March you're feeling really confident and really strong, and knowing that anything's possible. By the last week of March, it's going to be, well, act on it and trust. Act on it and trust in your abilities, trust in what's ahead, you know, even though you don't know for sure what's ahead, but just, you know, take, and don't bring the baggage from the past with you. Leave that behind, okay? And don't let the fear paralyze you. Keep going, because it leads to celebrations. So it's successful. This is your fear. It's not reality. Okay, so I hope that's going to help you for the last 2 weeks of March, and I'll see you next month for April readings. Hello Gemini, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. Don't forget to listen to your rising sign and your moon sign as well. Some months they will resonate a little bit more for you than your sun sign. This is a general reading. If you would like a personalised reading, please follow the link below for a reading that is going to be very specific to you. So let's get started with your mid-month reading. So what we have here, let me just get that. This is your spread. I'm showing it to you because it's a much smaller spread than the monthly spread, which, you know, takes over a huge amount of the space. So you've got the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Ten of Swords here. So let's have a look at what is ahead for you. So the King of Pentacles, I feel like this can be male or female. It's very much the energy that's around you in mid-March. You're sitting pretty. I want to say to you, you're sitting pretty. I feel like things are really coming together for you come mid-March. Things are going to start falling into place. You're going to start feeling like your life is starting to take some sort of direction, whereas in the past it was just all over the place. It was just, where's my path? What am I supposed to be doing? Which direction am I meant to be moving in? I feel like this is becoming clearer to you, and you're feeling more balanced. There's things, your life is balancing out. Your life is getting into some sort of a direction, some sort of path for you. You know, you're knowing where you need to be, you know what you want to do, you know where you want to end up. So it's like you're putting all the pieces together and are able to see the direction that's ahead of you. And I feel like mid-March you're really going to feel quite stable. You're going to start feeling the stability coming in. You're going to start feeling the knowing coming in, knowing where, you know, I'm in tune with my passion, I'm in tune with my emotions, I'm in tune with what's going on and where I need to direct my energy is what I want to say to you. Okay, so the next card that you've got here is the Seven of Pentacles. And, you know, the Seven of Pentacles really is very much, you know, follows on from this. The Seven of Pentacles is you've done the hard work, and now it's time to start reaping the benefits. You're starting to use that new growth. the harvest is coming in. It's time for you to start reaping the rewards of what you've done, that inner work, the thought processes, the seeking of where you're needing to be. It's all starting to become very clear to you, and it's starting to fall into place. So I suppose the spring of your time is here, and that is where there's new growth. There is the rewards of preparing the soil before this time, the work that you've done, the inner work, the outer work. It's all come to this point where now you're starting to see the benefits. Now you're starting to reap the rewards. And that's also in attitudes, in how you're seeing things, where your head's at, new projects, all of those things. It's really just coming together for you second half of March, which is a really lovely thing. Where does it lead you? It's leading you to, and this is the Fool, you know, it's about moving on to new horizons, moving on to new things in your life, not knowing necessarily where you're headed or where it's going to take you, but having the courage to just take that first step, leave the baggage of the past behind and move forward lightly, sure-footed, knowing that when you jump empty-handed into the void, you're going to be looked after. You don't have to know where you're headed. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination. And so for you, it's now a time to move on to this next chapter of your life. It's time to bring in these new situations, new friendships, new work environment, new projects, just a new way of you looking at things, you looking at yourself differently, and bringing that, having the courage to move forward. The past is the past, and what it's shown you is, that door's closed. It's done. You've dealt with it. You've processed it, and it's now in the past. It's not something that you're taking forward with you. It is. Through all those trials and tribulations, you have grown, you have collected knowledge, you have collected wisdom, and you're able to take that with you in moving forward, which is really important. So that's not a bad card. It's simply saying to you, you've reached the end of that journey. The 10 is the final card. It's the end of that journey. That's closed, that's behind you, but you're taking with it what you have learnt, what you can use in the future. And that's not vengeance, that's not grudges, that's not hatred, that's not those things. It's what you have learnt, how you have grown as a person. How has that brought you to this new path, this new journey, these new projects, this new stuff that you're reaping now because you've done this work. So that's a good thing. And the next card that I can pull for you is the Three of Cups, which is a cup of celebration. So this, you're not the first sign to get this either. It's about, going on this journey, and you've done well with that. So you can be proud of yourself. You can be proud of the changes that you've brought in. You can be proud of this new person that you have become. Because that doesn't mean physically moving to a new place. It's about you and how you've changed. And what things now are you attracting into your life? Completing it. So that's really great. Last 2 weeks of March, introducing you to April. So I will see you for your April monthly reading and see what's in store for April. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. Don't forget to listen to your rising sign and your moon sign as well, because some months that will resonate for you more than your sun sign will. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, follow the link below to my web page and you can book a one-on-one reading there, and that is certainly going to be more personal to you. This is a general reading for you, Cancer. So let's see what's in store for you. I'm going to show you the layout this month because it is 4 cards. It's not as big as my monthly one, which can take up a lot of space. So I'm going to show you the cards, and they're quite good. You know, they're quite good for you in March. So let's have a look. The first card that's here for you is the Strength card. And mid-March, it is, for some of you, it's about finding that inner strength. For some of you, it's about finding the inner strength to push on through, to push, and I want to say push through some sort of plan, some sort of idea, some sort of situation you want to put in place, to create, to begin. It's going to be different for all of you. It's about having the courage to make changes, to put in place things that will be beneficial for you. Not listening too much to what other people's opinions are that can, I feel, weigh you down and become quite heavy. It's about really following your inspiration, your dream, what is going to be good for you and your journey. For some of you, it's about feeling very strong, feeling determined, having a great force behind you to really feel, you're feeling really positive. So for some of you, there's this really positive, strong energy that's there. It's as if anything can be put in place, anything can happen. You can manifest and bring in, create and give life to any situation that you are wanting, any direction that you're wanting to take. So it's a really good card to have. For those of you, those Cancerians that are feeling that you need that strength, that you're not finding that strength, really go within, really go deep, because that strength is there, that determination is there. It might just take a little bit of digging for some of you to surface, to bring up. Because if you're feeling really positive and really strong and really hopeful and really determined and anything can happen, the next card says to you, yes, anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. You've got the World card here, and it's not the first sign that's got the World card. It seems to be in March that there is this energy of anything is possible. Anything can be brought into your reality. Anything can be created. Great time to change jobs. Great time to start a business. Great time to put in place new ideas. Great time for marriage. Great time for bringing in those changes into your life that you're wanting. Positive changes. Things will flow very easily for you in the last 2 weeks of March. The energy's there for things to flow, things to come about for you with relative ease. So it's a good time to sign contracts. It's a good time to put things in place, move things along. Get things done. In the last week of March, it really is about possibly, slowing down a little bit. I feel like there needs to be some sort of contemplation, because this second last week of March is really going to be one of doing things, getting things done, making things happen, get things going. Towards the end of March, it's about slowing up a little bit and really considering where you've come from, where you want to go. Have that, you've achieved a lot. I feel like Cancerians, I want to say to you, you've achieved a lot. You've gone through a lot of obstacles. You've had confrontations. You've had blockages. You've had, battles to fight. You've had situations that haven't been easy for you, but you've come out of it stronger. You've come out of it with gained knowledge. It's about now sitting down and really processing that, really looking at what it is where you've come from, what you've learnt, situations that you've overcome. Have you overcome them with integrity and honour and done the best to achieve the best possible outcome? So it's a month of processing. It's not a month of doing. It's a month of processing and sorting out. And in the last week of March, you've got the Prince of Pentacles. And the Prince of Pentacles, again, is not about doing, but about planning. It's about planning. So the beginning of March, you've considered what changes you're going to bring in place, what you want, what changes you want to make, and what you want to create, what you want to bring in for the future. That's the second last week of March. The last week of March is really about, okay, that's what I want. Now I'm going to process it. Where have I come from? What am I doing? What direction am I going in? And the Prince of Pentacles is about, these are the opportunities that are open to me. It's about still planning. It's still about planning. So the last week of March is very much about planning, not necessarily doing things, but planning and putting things in place, really having a goal, knowing where you're heading, not allowing yourself to drift. It's not about that. It's really about having a plan of action and putting that in place. So the last week of March for you is really about considering that, putting that plan in place for abundance, for financial abundance, for abundance in love, for abundance in health, for abundance in well-being. It can be abundance in any section of you, any sector of your life, but there's got to be thought that goes into it. Okay, so processing, because the energy's there to create change for the better. Excellent. If you push too early, I feel like in the last 2 weeks of March, if you push too early, things may not flow as easily as you like. So really, it's about getting clarity, planning, then to then allow April to have things come into place. But we'll see what April holds when I do your monthly reading for April, and that's when I will next see you and see what's in store. Hello Leo, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. Please listen to your rising sign and moon sign as well. Some months that will resonate for you more than your sun sign will. This is a general reading, Leo, and if you would like a personal reading that's going to be specific to you, please follow the link below to my webpage and you can book a personalised reading from there. So let's have a look at what's in store for you for mid-March. So the last 2 weeks of March, let's say. Let's have a look. Here's the spread that I've got for you. Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So that's quite a good reading, quite a good spread for your reading. So let's have a look at and look at it and explore it in a little bit more detail. Okay, the first card that you've got here is the Lovers card, and I feel like for you, romance is in the air. Romance is in the air for this, mid-March time. There's a real energy of chemistry and attraction. So if you are single looking for that special someone, or just having a companion or someone to spend time with, there's certainly the energy there. So I would say to you, from mid-March, you go out, mingle, accept invitations to go out, because there is a real charisma about you, a real sense of attraction. So there's a real opportunity there if you are single. If you are in a relationship, married, it's really about feeling the love. It's about really increasing and making a strong connection. There's going to be a real closeness to each other, and a really good time to mend bridges, a really good time to strengthen that connection, because it's just going to be there. That energy is going to be there. That romantic energy, that energy of building connections is going to be there. So it's going to be really beneficial for you. So that's a really good time. You're just going to be so attractive to the opposite sex or the same sex, you're just going to have that real connection. So the next card there is the Queen of Pentacles, and of course Pentacles is your sign. Male or female, I feel like it's male or female, so it doesn't matter. It's the energy that is around you, Leo. It's the energy that is around you, and I feel like it's a real energy of prosperity. And when I say prosperity, and abundance, it's not just financial abundance. It comes in many forms, in success in your work, success in your business, not financial, but recognition. recognition for what it is you're doing. It's about family, it's about love, it's about having children, it's about health. It's abundance comes in all forms. It's what fulfills you on in your life, and that's, you're in a really good space. So the middle of March, I just feel like, Leo, you're just going to feel you're in a good space. You're in a good place. You're happy with where you are. You've just arrived at this really lovely, happy place, which I really like. It's just, things are just going to flow easily. There's no problems. Enjoy it. Enjoy that energy that you're sitting in, because it's quite solid and it's quite calming and it's quite healing. It's a really nice space. It's a really lovely space. And then you've got the Four of Swords as we're moving towards the end of March, the Four of Swords. And that is really about being reflecting on where you've come from, the issues, the problems, the challenges that you've faced, and how you've faced them. With integrity, with dignity, with honor, and what have you learnt from them? Because of course these lessons are put in front of us to teach us, to help us grow. And so what have you learnt? How have you changed? Where have you come along life's journey, and where are you at? And it's about really reflecting on that. So it'll be a time of reflection, a time of putting together everything you've been through. You'll have an understanding of why these things have happened and how they've taken you to where you need to be, which is really nice. I like that. And by the end of March, there is a lot of, for some Leos, this is going to be a male or female that is around you, that is, I feel like it's going to shed some light on you. There's learning on a spiritual level. There's growth on a spiritual level. That someone's going to bring you some information that is certainly going to help you grow, understand things, issues that are deep, healing. It's going to be healing for you. For some of you, it's where you're at on an emotional level. There's just this really sense of calm by the end of March. There's this sense of calm and enjoying where you're at. So it's, the feeling I get for you, Leo, is March is just going to be this really smooth, the second half of March, really smooth sailing. Utilize that energy, bring it in, and because everything's good, everything's as it should be. The lessons that you're learning, you are going deep on an emotional level, on a spiritual level. Picking up things, which is not Leo's, characteristically a Leo, but you're picking up things intuitively. You're just going to have a sense of, you're going to know where people are at. This nurturing side's going to come out in you as well, which is really nice. And if it's not you, there's someone around you that is providing that for you, which is really lovely. It's really, really lovely. Because what's ahead for you in April is going to be, enjoy this quiet time, because April, it's going to take off for you in another direction. It's not bad, but it's going to bring in, you're going to have to be thinking on your feet, so that's also good. So enjoy this time. I feel like for some of you there's a journey, there's a trip, there's a holiday, some time away. It's not a huge holiday, but it is a holiday, just getting you out of your everyday environment into somewhere that's tranquil, that's peaceful, that is restful for you. So there's a holiday situation coming up for some of you as well, which is really lovely. So I hope that's helpful for you, and I will see you next month in April for your April reading. Hello Virgo, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading for you, Virgo. Also, don't forget to listen to your rising sign and your moon sign, so they may resonate for you a little bit more this month than your sun sign. This is a general reading. If you would like to have a personalised one-on-one reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website, and you can book a personal reading there, which will be more specific to you. So, having said that, let's have a look at what these cards what these cards have for you. There they are. Okay, and it's 4-card spread for the last half of March. Let's see what's in store. So, the first card is the Two of Pentacles for you, Virgo. The Two of Pentacles is a balancing of situations, a balancing of, for some of you it's a situation, it's a job and home life. It's for some of you it's balancing 2 jobs. For some of you it's balancing money. It's balancing what's coming in and what's going out, and performing this juggling act of taking money from here to put over there. And so it will be a time of really watching your spending. Be mindful of what you're spending. Don't make any big purchases, and don't overspend. Keep the balance so that you're not overspending. Money is coming in, but it is going out. So it'll be a time of being very cautious about your spending in mid-March. For some of you, it's going to be about balancing work and home. There might be a lot of overtime, there might be longer hours, but don't forget your home life. Don't forget the people that you've got at home. Don't forget to keep the connection up and still be part of your home life as well. So it's you're going to find it a bit of a strain. It is going to need that fine balance. For some of you, it's balancing 2 jobs. It's balancing 2 jobs to bring in that extra money, to bring in that income, just to stay on top of things. You do stay on top of things, so that's always a good thing, but I feel like there's going to be cause to be looking at what is it that you're balancing? What is your personal balance mid-March? What is it that you're balancing? For some of you, I want to say you're balancing 2 relationships. So, that can always be a little bit tricky as well. Where you're deciding between 2 people, balancing 2 relationships, could be a little bit weird and could be a little bit stressful for you. Okay, the next card that I've got here is the Death card, and the Death card really is about death and rebirth. You've got the snake over here, and the snake is always, a snake sheds its skin and makes a new skin. So it's about a rebirth. It's about shedding your old ways, shedding your old habits, shedding the way you used to do things, and then you have a new skin. So that's always an interesting symbol there with the snake. You can see there's a dawn in the background. There's a new day, a new dawn. So while there's endings of a situation or of something that's going on in your life, there is hope. There is a new day. There is new dawning. There's a new birth. It could also be, I want to say for some of you, the death of a way of thinking, the death of a way of doing things, the death of a behavior that needs to change. And it could need to change because of this balancing act that you're doing here. Is it a review of your spending habits? Is it a change of your behavior towards spending and overspending? Is it a change in your behavior as far as balancing work and home life? Is that what's being called for here? It's this death of a way of doing things to allow a new rebirth, a new way of doing things, a new beginning there as well. For some of you, it may be the endings of a job. The ending is what I want to say. For some of you, it's the ending of a job, and instead of working at one job full time, you may work at 2 jobs part time and make it up that way. To make up the income, to have a change of lifestyle. You could be working somewhere to make a steady income, but establishing a business so that you're balancing 2 lines of work, 2 jobs, two work environments. You could be reducing your work life, which brings your working hours, which brings in this balancing of income doing your ledger, you know, balancing what you need to earn as to what the outgoings are for this change that's coming in for you. So it's going to be different things to different people. For some of you, it's going to be the change of a relationship, the ending of a relationship to allow a new relationship to begin, take hold. Okay? However, for all of you, Virgo, there is this time of balancing out what's happening, and then the death of a situation for the rebirth of a new one. And it's going to mean different things to all of you, but they're the sorts of things that are going to be happening. Then here you've got the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about relationships. And I want to say to you, it is about meeting someone. If you're single, meeting someone that is going to be of significance to you in your life. The Two of Cups can also mean strengthening of family relations, friendship, meeting someone that is going to be a very good friend, that is going to be loyal, that is going to be there, that you have a strong connection with another person, not necessarily romantically. It's just a strong connection that you have. Someone new that you're going to meet, someone that you're going to be working with. It's someone that it is a relationship that's meant to be, that is going to help each other out. It's going to be quite strong. It's quite a strong union. Is it someone that you're going to start a business with? That is going to be quite a good friendship, a good business partnership as well. Okay, it can mean that. It can mean that you're going to meet someone. If you're single, meet that significant other. If you're in a relationship, it's a relationship in marriage, in a committed relationship. It's a relationship that is quite strong. So it's interesting because I talk about relationships on many different levels for you, Virgo. There's a lot of different levels here that this relationship can come in, but it will be a strong union. It will have a meaningful, lasting friendship, relationship, whatever it is for you. And that's going to be coming in the last week of March for you. So that's the situation there. Your last card is the Moon card, and the Moon card really is about looking at the that hidden aspect of the self. So with what's going on in the beginning of March, by the end of March, there's going to be this review. You're going to look at the hidden aspect of yourself, the shadow side of yourself. What is what are your thoughts? What are your desires? What are your wishes that you have hidden? You don't show people this side of you. What is your deepest secrets as well? As you know, it can also mean for you, some Virgos are going to have a very strong sense of intuition, and so follow that intuition. If you're looking to start a new business, have a new partnership, you will have what we call a gut feeling. So if you've got that gut feeling, follow it, explore it, because there's messages there for you. So there's going to be this these feelings that you're going to get that need to be followed, need to be looked at. Because you'll get a lot of your answers there. You'll get a lot of your answers when you go within and are truthful with yourself. So that's going to be very interesting as well. And that will see you into April. This self-exploration, this growth, this intuition, this spiritual growth that this spiritual pathways that you're going through. It's a stirring of past emotions, things that need to surface, see the light of day and be understood so that you can move on. So that's interesting. That's what's ahead for you for the last 2 weeks of March, and I will see you in April for your monthly reading. Hello Libra, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading for you, Libra. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign, because they may resonate for you more this month than your sun sign. If you would like to have a personal reading, one-on-one reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading there, which will be more specific to you, as it's a one-on-one reading. So let's have a look what's going on for you this month, for the last 2 weeks of March. So I'm going to show you the cards because it's a 4-card spread. My monthly spreads are much bigger, so they don't fit on the screen. But we'll have a look here. We've got the Lord, which is the Emperor in the traditional tarot deck. You've got the Princess of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So let's have a look at what I pick up and what I'm told for you for the last 2 weeks of March. See how you're traveling. The Lord or the Emperor, that's your first card. So mid-month you're going to actually be sitting pretty. You're going to feel pretty good about where you are and what's ahead for you. It's your planning, your hard work is going to start coming to fruition. You're going to feel quite solid for some of you. You're going to be in a really good place. For others of you, I feel like this is someone that is around you, that is quite solid, quite reliable, quite protective of you, that is supportive of your ventures, of your work, of what's going on around you, so that you will be relying also on this person for support, not necessarily financial support, other than in emotional support as well. But I feel like for most of you, the Emperor is a symbol of getting to the middle of March and really feeling good about the direction you're taking, feeling good about where you're moving and what's ahead, feeling quite solid, sitting on quite solid ground. So, I really like that. That's followed by the Princess of Swords, which is your sign, your tarot sign. It's the air sign. This can be male or female. And I feel like it's the energy that's around you. It's about you get to the middle of March and maybe you're feeling quite secure, quite safe, quite solid. And so that is going to bring about this new planning, this new learning, this new ideas, new ways of doing things. Being in your head, so you're processing a lot, and watching it come to fruition, because it does. This is a lot like the Temperance card to me as well, where there is abundance, there is the manifestation of good things, there is new ideas, giving life to new ideas, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new ways of doing things, the beginnings of abundance coming in as well. So, that's the sort of energy in the 3rd week of March is quite good around you. There's going to be this real sense of feeling quite positive, feeling that you can put plans in place and watch them come to fruition later on, further down the track. And I feel like, in the last week of March, that there is support for you, there is help for you. The 5 of Wands it's about playfulness, it's about friendships, it's about support. So whether it's about you feeling like you can lighten up, you can enjoy time with your friends, you can just go out and have a good time, enjoy friendships. For some of you, it's going to be little issues and things that come up. You tackle them, but you're not alone. There is a support network there around you, and they're not big issues. They're just, just life generally. It's just about knowing that you've got this network of people that are there for you, to support you, to feed you. Here in the foreground, you've got this chicken eating the seeds, and to me, seeds are what we plant, to grow ideas, grow what we're going to harvest further down the track, preparing the soil, and having fun doing it, having fun experimenting with these ideas, having fun bringing these ideas to fruition. But there's people around you that will help you do that, that will support you as well. So that will come to the surface. You'll find out, you'll get a better idea of who that is when it gets closer to the end of March. That's going to lead to the Eight of Pentacles, which is, the Eight of Pentacles, which is really good. So these ideas do come to fruition. They do work out because you are going to be working. You're going to be working evenings. You're going to be working long hours, but you're going to enjoy this creative work, and it's going to be productive. It's going to be beneficial. So you are going to be busy with work towards the end of March. Which is, it may be something that you've started halfway through March or even the beginning of March, to plant those seeds, to get those things going, and they start by the end of March. You start seeing results, you start getting, you're busier and enjoying it. It's like it taps into your creativity as well. It could be, if you're working for someone, there's a promotion, there's a recognition of you and what you're doing and what you're contributing. You're working for yourself. That work is getting busier, and ideas are paying off. I feel like that's a really good thing. It's a really good thing. For those of you that I feel like I want to say to some of you too, it's about being in a relationship and feeling safe and secure in that relationship. And there's a lot of learning that comes about between you in that relationship, even though there's little battles and arguments. And it builds, it becomes productive, it goes to the next level. It becomes stronger as you connect with each other as well. I just felt like I needed to say that, so that's really interesting as well. So the second part, the halfway through March, the second half of March is going to be quite an interesting one. I feel like the end, new ideas are coming through for you, new connections are coming through for you, and new work or being busier at work is coming through, a recognition of what you're doing at work, possibly a promotion as well. So that's really good. I will see you next month in April for your monthly. Hello Scorpio, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading, Scorpio. If you would also like to listen to your rising sign and moon sign, they may resonate a little bit more for you this month than your sun sign. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, which will be far more specific to you, then follow the link below to my website and you can book a one-on-one reading from there. So let's have a look at your cards. So here we have the cards for you for mid-March. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So that's an interesting collection. Let's have a look at what comes through for you for mid-March. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and that's very much about the winter. The winter of your days is coming to a close. Where it's been a struggle, where it's been there's not been a lot to reap. It's just about preparing the soil, preparing the ground for spring, for the new growth to come through. So it's been a hard time for you in the recent past. In the past, it's been a struggle. It's been difficult, and it's dependent on the amount of work that you've put into that as to how much you have to harvest now when spring gets here. So this whatever's happened in the past and how you've carried yourself, how you've handled situations, how you've karmically treated other people, then it's now time to reap that harvest. It's now time to reap the benefits of that, reap the rewards of that. So it's going to be really dependent on how well you've carried yourself in that time as to what's coming up ahead for you. And it's about the harvest coming in. It's about the goodness coming in. You've done the work, and it's now your turn to have that goodness come in. It's also about, in winter, you know, when you're pruning things, when you're cutting things out of your life, when you're moving things on in your life, that makes room for new growth, for new people to come into your life, for new situations to come into your life, for changes to happen. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, Scorpio. You've been really busy doing all of that preparation work, going through all those conflicts, all those changes. There's been a lot of changes for you as well, and cutting away what's no longer relevant for you to be able to move on and clear space for new situations, new people, and newness to come into your life. And mid-March, you're going to start seeing the benefits of that. You're going to start seeing the changes start to come in and happen, you know, and start rolling in for you, which is going to be very good for you, because it's uplifting, you know. However, you do need to watch that you don't start feeling sorry for yourself, that you don't feel like, I don't know what to do with these new changes, I'm finding it overwhelming. You know, if that's the way you're thinking, you're going to create your own barriers, you're going to put up your own walls, and have an inability to make decisions. With this all these new things coming in, clearing the old, it is about making choices and decisions, and some of those you're going to have a hard time making. You're going to feel like, well, can't fate do it for me? Can't circumstance do it for me? It's up to you to actually have the courage to do it, to make that change, to decide who you no longer want in your life, to decide what is no longer relevant, to decide what changes you want to make. It's up to you to make those choices and decisions. It's not for anybody else to do it for you. It's not for external factors coming in to change it. It's all about what's going on in you and you making those changes internally, because that is going to cause that growth in you. The hard stuff's done. It's about now deciding what changes you want to bring in and making those changes, because when you do that, how well you do that is going to correlate with how much goodness and abundance comes into your life. The Nine of Pentacles really is about peace, harmony, financial abundance, health, happiness, all of those things coming into your life. And so that's the newness that's coming in. It's about changing, you know, the battles and the conflicts and the difficult times that you've had is in the past. You cut that dead wood away and you bring in this peace, this harmony. Everything that you've wanted is there waiting for you to accept, but you need to turn and accept it. Break those bonds of old habits of, oh, this is really hard. It's not. Ease and grace is how you bring in this goodness. So this last 2 weeks of March is going to be this transition for you. It's going to be this change for you, moving from one way of thinking to another, to understand that you're safe, that there is abundance, that there is new things coming in to replace what you no longer want, what is no longer relevant to you. So that's all going to be happening in the middle of March, the last 2 weeks of March. The Two of Swords is here as well, you see. And that's making choices. There's choices for you to make by the end of March. What do you want to keep, what you don't want? What changes do you want to bring in? Changes in relationship, changes in work, changes in friendships, changes in how you do things and how you relate to people. You need to make those choices and changes, and it's going to be difficult for some of you. Not knowing which is right. There is no right or wrong when you're choosing. It's simply a journey. Both those paths will end up in the same place. They just go round different ways, and you just need to choose. Do you want to ease and grace, or do you want it to be dragged through the process? You know, it's a choice. By you making your decisions and choosing, then you can choose ease and grace and just embrace the changes and go with the flow, rather than fighting it and going against the flow, which is always the struggle. So allow those changes to just come in as a way of that's just what's going to be, and accept them. So it's about accepting those changes to allow goodness to come in, replace all the hard times that you've had. So it's a time of transition here for you, Scorpio, the last 2 weeks of March, to take you into April. So we can see what happens in April when I do your April monthly reading. But you've got two very good cards, two great cards, surrounded by this resistance that you have. Release the resistance and just allow the flow, allow the ease and grace to come through, because it's got very good outcomes. So remove the resistance as well. So I hope that that's been helpful for you, and I will see you in April for your monthly reading. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign, and some months they will resonate for you more than your sun sign. If you would like a personal reading which will be more specific to you, you can book with me. Follow the link below to my website and you can book a personal reading which will be specifically for you. So let's have a look at what mid-March has in store for you, Saggies. So this is the spread that I have. You've got the Prince of Cups, you've got the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands, which is really interesting. Let's see what that all means for you for mid-March. The Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups is always about messages of love, messages of friendship coming to you over the wires, emails, texts. Someone's connecting with you, someone's contacting you. There's a backwards and forwards, I feel, of communication from a distance. It's communication from a distance. But it's, romantic. It can be more than a friendship. It can be more than a friendship. It's something that you look forward to, they look forward to. There is a connection with you. It's in the initial stages, so that it's something that is just starting, and that's, for all Saggies. It's for Saggies that are single. It could be for Saggies that are married. It's just, there's going to be communication there over the wires with somebody else. Okay, over distance, and it could be a family member, it could be someone that occupies a heart space with you, Saggy. It could be family, it could be a child that's gone away to school or is traveling overseas, so that there is a communication as well. So it could be that situation as well. It's a young person that is overseas, so it could be a child, and you have that love connection, so that there is communication with them as well. So there's that will be happening halfway in, mid-March, as for you, Saggies. You've also got the Ten of Swords, and that looks quite ominous, but it's not really. The 10 is the ending of a cycle. It's the ending of a cycle. It's the ending of difficult times. It's the ending of arguments. It's the ending of confrontations. It's taken its toll on you. It's a lot of it, for some of you, it's real stabbing in the back. It's something that's happened that you didn't know about, that you've discovered. It's caused you a lot of pain, a lot of angst, but you've made decisions. There's decisions that have been made. It's the ending of that cycle. And from that, you have learnt. You've learnt a lot. You've learnt wisdom, you've gained knowledge, and are able to move forward. For some of you, I feel like there's a difficulty in moving forward. There is a hurt that's occurred that is causing pain, and it's a difficult situation to move on from. Something that you will uncover in mid-March if you haven't uncovered it beforehand, and this is the culmination of it, of the difficult times. It could be in a relationship, it could be a business partnership, it could be a work colleague that has caused those issues. It's going to be different for different Sagittarians. But it's about understanding that that's the end of the cycle. It's about learning those lessons, and it's about moving on from that. Moving on from those difficult times, because what it leads to is new beginnings. There's a getting of wisdom, a gaining of knowledge, and a time of making new beginnings. So you've gone full circle. That's the end of a cycle being 10, and this is the beginning of a cycle, which is 1. So you're beginning a new cycle, a new learning, and it could be a new job, it could be a new business, it could be a new business idea, it could be a new form of study for you. It could be study, it could be starting a university course, it could be starting new training with your work, but there is this new beginning for you. There is a new beginning around you that you will hear about, or you will begin in March. So that's really exciting, that you will begin in March. That leads to the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is, that leads to new environments, new horizons, new challenges, new work, new pathways, new choices, a new relationship. It's the Two of Wands is about making choices, making decisions, making new choices and decisions, bringing new things into your life. So the last week of March is really about new beginnings, new choices, new way of seeing things, new horizons to cover, bringing new things in. So that's quite positive, because it's the end of the cycle, and you'll feel that shift. You'll feel that shift halfway through March, and feel this new wave of energy coming through, this new bringing new things will cross your path, new things will come into your circle, new things will come into your environment. There will be synchronicities, there'll be choices for you to make. So it's about being aware of those choices, being aware of what's around you and what choices you can make, what changes you can bring in. As well, and let the past rest. The past is the past, and if there's been any disappointments, then you move on from that and embrace the new things that are coming in. That's going to be really, that shift is going to be, again, there's been other signs where it's been this real transition happening in the second half of March. So that's what's happening here, a real transition and moving on from that. So I hope that was helpful for you, Sagittarius, and I will see you in April for your monthly reading. Capricorn, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading for you, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading, which is a one-on-one reading specifically for you, you can follow the link to my website, and that's below, to book a personal reading. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. They may resonate more for you this month than your sun sign. So let's have a look at what's going on for you. You've got this spread for you. I've got 4 cards here for your mid-month reading, and you've got the Star, the Ace of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Lovers card. So let's have a look at what it holds for you. Let's have a look. You've got the Star, and the Star is really, what I want to say to you is wish upon a star. It's about, what are your deep desires? What are you wanting? What are you wishing to bring into your life? What is it that you're wanting to change? And I feel like for some of you, it's that peace, it's that harmony, it's that tranquility that you're wanting to bring into your life. It's also, the Star also tells us, it's about inner peace. It's about stepping back and looking at things from a different perspective. It's about looking at situations and looking at them differently as a third person, removing yourself from that situation so that you can look at it objectively and have a look at what's going on. It's about finding that inner peace. If you've got that inner peace, then it doesn't really matter what's going on outside of you, because you're going to be balanced. It's about being balanced. It's about having a different perspective on situations as well, and bringing into your environment what it is you want to bring in. So the star really is asking you to take a step back and have a look at what's going on. Bring into your environment what it is you desire, what it is you wish to have there as well. You're going to be really looking for that in mid-March. That's going to be coming about. Mid-March, there's also going to be new changes, new beginnings. So whether those new beginnings are brought about by your new perspective, by your desires, by what you're wanting to have in your life, what you're wanting to bring in, which triggers you to bring in that change, to create new beginnings, to have a different perspective on situations, to react differently to situations. It's a really positive card. It's a time where you are going to be able to bring in those changes into your environment, into your work environment, into your home. I feel like it's your home environment more so than a work environment. For some of you, I want to say, are you wanting to leave a job? Are you wanting to start your own business? Are you wanting to work part-time or change those working hours that you have been putting in? Change department or change jobs completely? What is it that you're wanting? What gap are you wanting to bridge? What changes are you wanting to make? Bring those in, because the energy is going to be really good for you in the second week of March the third week of March to be able to do that, to bring in those changes, to bring in that newness, which is really good. It's, by the last week of March, you're going to feel really confident about yourself. The King of Swords is new learning, new education, new way of seeing things, new skills you're going to have. You're going to feel very strong, very confident about what you've decided, what changes you've decided to make, what changes you've decided to bring in. I feel like there's a confidence that comes with that. There's a new learning. A new learning is a new perspective, a new way of doing things. What have you learned from the past that you're bringing into the future in your decision-making process, how you've arrived at decisions, how you've handled situations? That's going to be very different by the last week of March. You're going to really have worked things out. By the last week of March. For those that are single, very good energy to be meeting someone. In a new relationship, you're going to be very, there's a lot of this energy around in the second half of March to bring in new relationships, new people, or a new person. You're going to be very charismatic, so get out and mingle, socialise, connect, meet people, because you just don't know who you're going to be meeting. Some are going to be making very deep, newfound friendships and be part of your support group. For those that are in a relationship, there's going to be a real rekindling of that relationship. And a strengthening of that union. For others, those that are single, there's going to be an opportunity to meet someone significant, if that's what you're seeking, if that's what you're wanting. For others, it's going to be maybe in this change of job, you're going to be making new friends and new people and new contacts that will be long lasting as well. So that's a really good energy that's around you. I like that. It's about really looking at things differently. Second half of March, look at things differently. Look at things from a different perspective. Stand back from a situation so that you can make decisions that are right for you, because you're going to know what they are. I like that. So that's really good. I hope that was helpful for you. And I will see you in April for your April reading. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your March 2018 mid-month reading. This is a general reading, so if you would also like to have a personal reading, one-on-one, which is specific to you, you can follow my link which is below, and book a reading that will be specifically for you. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign, which may resonate more for you than your sun sign this month. So that is also helpful. So let's have a look at the cards that I've got for you. Here I've got the Lady, which is like Temperance, I guess. Temperance. The Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles here. So that's the cards that I've got for you. Let's have a look at what it is. So the Lady, or Temperance, is about peace, harmony. You're in a good space. By mid-March, I feel like you're in this good space. You're in this space of new ideas, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new things in your life, abundance, new business, the birth of a child. There's a whole lot of good things flowing in so that, you know, it's about reaping the rewards of what you've laid down, the foundations you've laid down in the past. It's about, and I want to say, it's about you feeling really good about where you are at this present moment. So you have had a bit of a hard trot, but you know, you do find these moments of calm, of peace. Meditation helps. You know, it's finding that tranquility within you, to find that balance within you, and really working out what choices you want to make, what ideas you want to give birth to, where you're headed, all of those things, and you're going to make better choices when you find that tranquility within you, regardless of what's going on around you and outside of you. Also, in that third week of March, there's going to be some choices and decisions for you to make. Some of them will be difficult. Some of them you won't know which is the right choice. Which path should I journey down? What is going to be a better choice for me? It's something that you're going to have difficulty in making. So it really is about being as calm and as peaceful as you can be initially, because these decisions are going to come up for you, and it's only you can make these choices and decisions. Nobody can make them for you. You can listen to people's advice, but not you. What you take on is really up to you. The choice is yours to make as to what you want your future to hold. What choices and decisions are you going to be making for future? It is going to cause some inner conflict and inner turmoil. It is going to be hard for you. It's this balancing of what needs to happen. You know, these little battles, these little turmoils. I want to say to you too, you know, the seeds that you've planted earlier on, expecting them to grow, to have growth, it's being eaten. They're not going to germinate. There's outside influences that have been pecking away at them. You know, as they grow, they've been pecked away as you try and. So to me, you've planted these seeds hoping for a particular outcome, but that outcome hasn't eventuated. It hasn't come about the way you thought it would, and it has caused inner turmoil, inner conflict for you. You come to that realization towards the end of March. You come to that realization towards the end of March, and then it is really about you balancing two situations. There is a balancing of two situations. You're juggling two situations. And I think that's got to do with this. Comes back to this choice. It comes back to this choice of, you know, what am I going to do? Which one's the better one? Juggling two relationships, juggling two decisions, juggling two pathways, two jobs, a change that you want to bring in, and you're not quite sure which one to make. You're not quite sure which change to bring in, so that there's this real, and it will create inner conflict. So middle of March, you're going to be feeling really good about yourself, giving birth to a new life, to a new way of doing things. You're going to feel quite confident. But I feel like when the time comes to make those choices and those decisions, there is going to be inner conflict for you. Okay? It's you know what you want, but you're not quite sure how to go about doing it to keep that balance. You just, it's going to be hard to keep juggling that new balance. I've pulled another card for you, and it is going to lead to new beginnings for you. This decision, this choice is going to lead to new beginnings. So there is an opening up, there is a relief of that once you've made your choice, once you've made your decision. New learning, new way of doing things, new skills coming up for you, which is good. But you've got to get there first. You've got to make these decisions. You've got to make these decisions that are right for you. They've got to sit well with you. They've got to be right for you. The conflict arises when you're trying to please too many other people. So I wish you well. I remember ease and grace in making decisions. Always do it with integrity and honour, and make sure that it sits well with you. It's what you're wanting, what's going to make you happy. Because there are new beginnings coming up for you. So I hope that's helpful for you to get you through to the end of March, and I will see you in April for your monthly reading.